So I'm pretty sure by now everybody is familiar with the Renia Lewis case. That is the case of the missing woman that was found behind the man's wall. He dismembered her body and built the wall and put her behind it. Right. This case was very similar to the Dakara Thompson case in a lot of ways. Right. But the one way that it was different was Renia Lewis didn't hide what she did for a living. In fact, she posted about it. She was loud, proud. I just want to know how many more young women are we gonna have to lose to these streets before we realize it's not a game out here. These streets, they ain't a playground. Now, I'll just brief you, just in case you haven't heard of it. September the 26th, 2025, her mother tried calling her phone. Now, her mother knew what she did for a living, and so she would check on her daughter often. Now, there have been periods of time where Renia would disappear, so her mother wouldn't be too worried about it, right? Because she would always get in contact with her at a certain point. But this time, when she called her on the 26th, she didn't pick up. So she waited a couple of days, but she knew something was wrong. They always say a mother knows. Call it an intuition, a mother's intuition. But she had a feeling that something was wrong. So she waited the 2 days because she understood that her lifestyle plus her being an adult, that's nothing they can do about it. So she waited the 2 days, didn't hear from her daughter. And on top of that, not only did her phone ping on 14th Street in Vallejo, but at a certain point it was turned off. That's when she really knew that something was wrong. So she called the police department and made a report, told them, her daughter's been missing for the past 2 days. Her phone was shut off. This isn't like her, but in a sense, she was honest about the circumstances. So the police, they went out, they did a wellness check at the address that her phone last pinged, right? Um, Being that it was a missing person case, they had a right to go inside the home and look around. Went inside the home, looked around, but they didn't have an official warrant to do an all-out search, meaning tear everything up. So they went in, they didn't see evidence of foul play, they didn't locate her body, but one thing they did notice was that the house was a hoarder's house. That means it was trash and stuff everywhere. Now, this makes it harder for the police to find anything, whether it be a person, whether it be narcotics or anything, right? So when they finished their search, they didn't find anything, they left the home. Her family was relentless. I'm talking about they did not give up. They was outside of that house. They was looking around. I'm talking about they was on it from day one. I don't know because it wasn't reported of as to how this happened, but the family found her phone on top of a school's roof. So when the police found this out, they was like, we got to go back to this house. Something is really, really wrong here. Something is wrong. So this time they went back with a search warrant where they can just tear everything up. I'm talking about they can tear down walls, they can lift up floors, they can go in attics, they can do whatever they wanted to do, and that's exactly what they did. Upon entering a home again, you know, they begin to tear down walls, they begin to do everything, and that's when they made the gruesome discovery, and they found the dismembered body of Renia Lewis behind a recently built wall. So that's just to catch you up if you didn't know what happened. Now, I want to talk to y'all about something that y'all probably aren't aware of. Just something y'all probably not aware of. This is just Big Bro's perspective, man. Now, I remember another time in my past, we was outside of a club one time. The club had let out, and y'all know how it go. Everybody drinking, you parking lot pimping, you choosing up, you trying to get something to go home with, or whatever the case may be. We all out there funning, right? And I was with an acquaintance of mine, man. He ain't a best friend or somebody I be with every day, but he was just somebody whenever we seen each other, it was love, right? So we all out there, and he broke off into another conversation. He talking to, a young lady because he was a alleged P. And I just overheard him, I don't give a damn if he the president of the United States. I don't give what kind of car he drive, what he do for a living. I told you, no black guys. Now that's basically what he said, but he said it in another, lingo. And so the guys that we was joking around with, like, what you mean, no black guys? What the, that's about? So we don't know nothing about this lifestyle. So he's like trying to explain to us in theology of why, girls in the underworld and that lifestyle, they don't date black guys. They date, I mean, do business with. And so I'm like, hold on, so you telling me none of the white guys or Mexican guys, ever do anything suspect or bad or what? Yeah, they do, but hey, listen, this is just the game I was taught. This is how the game goes, man. You can go anywhere, go to any track in America. Most of the girls don't date black guys. So we all out there joking or whatever. Black guys keep your money. This ain't got nothing to do with it. We all joking or whatever, having fun with it. But in the back of my mind, I was like, damn, like we just can't catch a break nowhere. Even in the streets, amongst the low lives, we getting discriminated against, right? So we all joking, but it just stuck with me for some reason. And I always ask myself, how is it that, we were enslaved 170 years ago? 70 years ago, we were still getting lynched. Our churches and schools were getting bombed in Black Wall Street and all this. How did we become the villains of this story so quick? Like, how did we become the faces of evil in this country so fast? Like, I always wondered that, but you know what? I just go on with my life. I do what I need to do for me and mine, man. That's pretty much it. I help out when I can, but I don't even pay that no attention, man. Leave the ignorant to be ignorant. So when these two cases happened, I was looking at the two men involved, Hugo Hernandez and now Douglas Shaw, right? These men violated these women with the car. She was violated. She was thrown off of a bridge. She was thrown off of a bridge, man. Naked body thrown off a bridge. And now with Renia Lewis, her body was dismembered. This is evil. We may have some bad in our community, but how many times have you seen this type of evil from a black man? Now, I'm not saying that all black people are good. We're all saints. And I'm not saying that all white men and all Mexican men are bad, evil people. But what I'm saying is you judge everybody on a case by case basis, how they move. You don't judge people based off the color of their skin. This is getting people killed. Like, this is literally this mindset that, oh, I can trust him because he's this color, or I can't trust him because, man, I'm telling y'all missing out on life, and y'all gonna put yourselves in bad positions when you prejudge people. It's not smart. It's just not smart to do this. I've seen this way too many times. And, thinking back the conversation that I had with the P in the parking lot that day, I just thought, like, damn, like, y'all are literally leading these women astray to make them believe that white guys are just safe. Like, that's crazy. Again, knowing the history that we have in this country, like, y'all have to understand that the stuff that you see that happens, right? That's just a fraction of the evil that's out here. That's just most people are governed by jail and hell. Most people don't act on their inner inhibitions. Most people don't release their demons because they don't have the opportunity. But I promise you, the more y'all give them the opportunity, the more we're going to see this, because it's a lot of evil out here. Saying all of that to say, men, protect your women, and women, allow yourselves to be protected. Protection goes both ways. In order to protect somebody, there has to be a level of control. Hey, sis, what's up, big bro? Hey, don't go over there. I know old boy and them. I went to school with them. They ain't right. Don't go over there to that party. For real? Yeah, I'm telling you, them boys ain't right, man. Hey, I done heard some stuff about them, man, and it's been from too many people. Don't go over there. Oh, all right, big bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna go, man. Yeah, sis, I never do you wrong. Appreciate it, big bro. No problem, little sis. That's how that go. Not, hey, sis, don't go over there. You can't tell me what to do. I'm grown. I'm grown. I'm gonna go do what I want to do. You just mad. You mad. And then she go over there and get toe up. And then I gotta come running over there and risking everything to come save her from her bad. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. We as men, see, here's the thing. I'm about to clear some stuff up because a lot of y'all just confused. See, in every group, there's good and there's bad, right? But y'all try to make it like black men are just all bad and white men and Mexican whoever are just all good. How many times have you heard of a black man shooting up a school full of kids? How many times have you heard of a black man dismembering a body? How many times you've heard of a black man doing an incest thing with his biological kids? How many times? Now, again, I'm not trying to put us above them. I'm just trying to even the playing field and let y'all know that it's good and there's bad everywhere. In the history that we have in this country, come on, man, y'all got to be careful out there. Some people are waiting for the opportunity. Listen, all of the bad stuff that you see that's going on in the world, that's only a fraction of the evil. Most people are governed by the idea of going to prison for the rest of their life or going to some hell that they believe in. That's only a fraction of the potential danger. Y'all really need to understand that, man. Women, when we tell y'all something ain't safe, certain men ain't safe, believe us. We tell y'all all the time, Pookie, don't don't have no baby with no Pookie or Ray Ray. Y'all think we just hating. Y'all think, listen, I was a Pookie or Ray. I probably was considered a Pookie or Ray Ray back in my time. And to be honest, I'm still rough around the edges. I got that balance. I'm not even gonna lie. So I'm not even a good man, probably. I'm probably, most people wouldn't consider me. My wife would, right? Because I'm good to her, but it is what it is. But we tell y'all, don't mess with guys like, listen, he out there selling drugs. He got ops shooting at him. Like, sis, don't do it. He probably don't even be around before the baby drop. But again, I'ma do what I want to do. I'm grown. You just mad. And then when it goes bad, later on down the line, now you coming back to that good man talking about, can we make it work? I got 2 kids and, Pookie got shot and Ray Ray went to prison. Can I? No, no, you had your opportunity. No. That's why a lot of men are walking away. I used to think that those guys, the Anton Daniels and all, I thought they was just bitter. But now I'm starting to understand. Like a lot of these women are having faulty mindsets. Again, I don't know if it's an agenda or what, but my thing is this: you judge everybody on an individual case by case basis. I don't give a damn what color they are, where they come from, what they look like, what they do for a living. You judge everybody because when you automatically trust people, you miss the red flags. You miss the red flags. And yeah, we got some bad in our neighborhood. Men doing this to men unaliving men, gang wars and all that. But it's some evil over there. Difference is, one group is just better at hiding theirs. I'm gonna put it like that. I live amongst them now. So I'm telling y'all, I'm not coming from a place of hate. I'm just trying to let y'all know, man, every individual is their own person. Y'all hear me? Stop doing that, man, because it's leading our women to slaughter. Too many of our women are trusting men because of what they look like. And again, some evil are just waiting for an opportunity, and y'all keep giving it to them. How many more women do we got to lose? How many more people do we have to lose before we realize this ain't a game? This ain't no playground. You can just jump out here and just try stuff and see if it works and see how it turns out. Okay, okay. I'm gonna leave it alone until the next video because I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, there will be a next video. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Take care.